International Women's Day is celebrated annually on the 8th of March. It's a day when people around the world come together to recognise the achievements that women and girls have made, as well as call for further action to reduce the inequalities that exist between men and women and boys and girls. The first International Women's Day was on the 19th of March 1911. Did you know it's estimated that women receive 30 to 40% less pay than men, even if they're in the same job? In certain parts of the world, women are seen as inferior to men and are victims of violence and oppression. The aims of this day was, and still is now, to help nations eradicate discrimination against women and to help women gain whole-rounded and equal participation in global development. A lot of progress has been made in past decades to make life fairer for women and girls. In February 1918, the Representation of People Act was passed, allowing women in the UK to vote for the very first time. Before this, women weren't allowed to vote at all. However, after the Act was passed, women were allowed to vote in the same way as men. So, in the 1840s, women were denied access to Harvard Medical School. But now, several recent classes have graduated more women than men. In the 1850s, about half of UK working women were domestic servants. But now there are more female lawyers, doctors and architects than men in those careers. In Latin America and the Caribbean, only 32% of women were active in the workforce 20 years ago. Now 53% of women are part of their workforce. In 1972, men owned 96% of the businesses in the US. But today, 1 in 3 businesses in the United States is owned by a woman. In 1960, Sirimavo Bandaranaike of Sri Lanka became the world's first female elected head of state. And now today there are 29 female world leaders in power. There have been some incredible inventions over the years by women, which we all benefit from today. Let's give credit where it's due. Here are just a few examples. I hope you found this assembly informative and can now all appreciate the importance of equality.